In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to set the time zone so that your package executes at the time you expect it to execute when you schedule it to run on the COZYROC.Cloud. So first of all, you need to make sure that your profile is set for the correct time zone. So I clicked on the DS up here for Diane Schuster, and that brought me into Profile Management. And here is where you set the time zone, and this is set correctly for my time zone. And then if you were changing it, of course, you'd need to save the profile updates. And then, okay, you click on this menu item here and it expands so that you have words next to each of the icons. So then I'm going to go to the packages page and I'll schedule my package. So now I click on more down here in the lower right corner. I click on schedule. I'm going to give it a name. And a number to make sure it's unique. And then I would choose the log level, which I'll just leave it set to basic. And then timing, of course, is where you set up the scheduling. So you would want to double check the time zone here to make sure it's the time zone where you are. There certainly could be a case where you live in one time zone, but you're on a trip and you are setting up a package to execute. And so you need to make sure that you're setting the time zone up to match your profile, or you have to do the conversions in your head and figure out when to set it to run so that it's not in the past. So I'm just going to set up one-time execution, and the date and time starts out with the time it is right now when I'm setting up the package to execute. And so it's 1741. That would be 541. And here's where you can change, to set it to run a little bit in the future. You can set it, of course, for any time you want. And that's it. But if you don't have the time zone set correctly, like let's say I had it set for the time zone that's ahead of me, and then I tried to schedule this to run based on the current time, which is based on my computer, the time setting on it. And then I tried to schedule it to run in a few minutes from now. When I click on Create, I'm going to get that orange message up there that says scheduled job created successfully. However, it was automatically disabled as its execution time is in the past. So anyway, if you see that message, double check all of your time zone settings, and that should fix your problem. While we're talking about timing, I want to share something else with you. So while it's not possible to schedule a job to run in the past, at least if you're trying to schedule it to run an hour earlier than the current time or a day earlier, that doesn't work. But as it turns out, you can schedule a job to run as much as 5 minutes in the past. I'm going to do that right now. So we'll go down to the timing, and I'll schedule it for one time. Then I go to the date and time, and this is the current time right now. Since I can only back up 5 minutes, I'll just do 4 because I'm not quite ready to run it yet. So I schedule it to run at 4:11 p.m. or 16:11. I'll click OK, and now I'll click on Create. And it shows the job was successfully created, and I'll go to View It, and that doesn't show anything useful. So instead, I'll go to the execution results, and I need to refresh this. And there it is. It's this one. And so it ran at 4:15, which is the time it was when I scheduled it to run at 4:11. So it's pretty much the same as clicking on Run Now. Thank you for watching.
Are you tired of updating packages because of changing metadata? How many hours have you spent accommodating new source and destination columns? How many nearly identical packages do you have to maintain? Especially when you need to update hundreds of them. Well, you should check out COZYROC's Dataflow Task Plus component. Dataflow Task Plus provides the ability to acquire the metadata and map the columns at runtime. You can even use transformations on the data. Just add the changes at the source and destination, execute, and Dataflow Task Plus will handle the process of extracting, transforming, and loading the desired columns from the source to the destination without a need to change the existing package. It works with any standard SSIS Dataflow components, transformations, and application adapters. No more manual package updates. Design your SSIS data flows with Dataflow Task Plus and save hundreds of hours. A vision of completely metadata-driven processing is now possible. Download COZYROC's Dataflow Task Plus from COZYROC.com. It's free for testing and development within Visual Studio.
If you'd like to follow us on social media, here's how you can do that.